And welcome back, guys. So, last episode we worked on the bridge bit. I'm recording this one right after, like, I stopped and then 5 seconds later started this one. But this one we're going to work on, well, I call it a garden space there, but that's not really what it is. It's a parquet. So we got all kinds of leafy, planty stuff. Plus we got some more fences and stuff. We're just going to break that and take it all. First thing we need to do in order to build a parquet is we need to define where the walls are, like the limits of it. And what I figure we'll do is we'll do a mixture of stairs and actual, or fences and blocks. So near the edge, we don't want blocks, but we can put fences, okay? We're not going to put anything along the back to define it because we have the wall itself over there. Plus, I don't want to put blocks here because then they can get up on the roof. So once again, we'll do fencing here, right? But the rest of this doesn't need to necessarily be solid fencing. So we could go like this and go hedging along the root path there, and then we can buff it in a little bit. Put one there and there. And then we can put, this will be the main entrance to it, so we can put like a couple fences there. If we pop this one out again, we can put a fence there. Just to add a little bit different, so it's not just solid fencing. We can even bring this one up a little bit higher. Put this one up higher, just to make it more interesting. And from the inside, of course, we can also make it into a bush, like going like this, right? And we can do the same thing on this side. Do they connect? They don't connect. Good, so we can go like this. As long as we don't put things where they can hop, like villagers are smart enough to climb, but they can't jump a block. So they'll walk off. So essentially, if I can't run onto it, then we're good. Okay, so now around the edges, we have a bit of an issue. Because we can't let them get too close to the wall. Because if they can have something in front of the wall that they can step up and over onto, then we have to do the same... Oh, I can't see it from that side. We have to do the same pattern as we did here. And honestly, I don't really want to do that if I don't have to. Kind of spoils the view. Although, I was briefly considering putting up a giant lattice. And the way I think I'm going to, like, just putting a lattice across here so nothing over here, like, spawns and shoots at people. But I decided against it. So, one of the things we're going to do is, all good parquets have one key feature. Right, some sort of focus. This is the main focus. Everything else kind of is just other stuff. A lot of parquets use like fountains and stuff like that. We're actually going to use a trellis because I like making trellises. Now, in order for us to make a trellis, we have to make sure that we don't get too close to the. Oops, that's not right. Let's move this one. We can't get too close to the actual wall, okay? Because it's going to have green coming down. Now, conveniently, the green is not going to touch the ground to the point where people can climb it. Or at least the plan is that you can't climb it. Oops. No, I only need it too thick. Okay. And then what we do is we go up one. I wonder why there's no sounds when you click it like that. When you stack them. I'm pretty sure there used to be sounds, right? Even when you're doing that, it's not sounds. But I ran out of fencing, apparently. In here, I think we have some spruce wood, right? That's oak. That's nothing. We don't. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we'll have to go back to the base. To get some spruce. Yeah, there used to be sounds for stacking fences. Like it made the sound as whenever the fence hit. I wonder what happened to make it not want it. You might have noticed there, considering I looked at it again. We have a horse again. He's a beautiful little horse. He's gray. Not my preferred color, but he's gray. He's a decent speed. About average jumper. He doesn't have a name, because I haven't given him one. And that's another one of the main factors for me wanting to do some more overland stuff. Is I enjoy the overland travel element. Plus, and here's the big thing, is we have this forest out front, right? We have this forest right here out front anyways. that we don't use for anything. So I've marked off a trail here. It's going to go right up beside the house. We're going to do some terraforming, or our domain wall, which I still haven't converted. That's another project I should probably get my hands on. We need to start writing down all the projects we didn't do yet, and have it come across here, and then this part here becomes less defined because it's going to come down eventually to the bridge. But anyways, we have a thing in here, so we should be able to. I hate making fences. They're so expensive now. Like, they used to be super cheap, but now they're expensive. Let's go with another. There we go. And like this. And like that. That should be plenty. I would hope. I feel like we need to go up one more. This almost feels like it's going to be too low. It does feel too low. Let's go up one more. If we can. We should be able to if we just put like a grass block or something to stand on. And we'll go there and there. And there. And come on, a little bit higher. No, higher. There we go. There we go. Should have shears. Oh. I don't want to waste these ones because they're jungle leaves, and that means I have to harvest more jungle trees, and that's mostly just a pain in the butt. Now that feels too high. I think we're going to drop it back down. It's been a long time since I built a lattice. Like, I mean like months and months. This is usually one of my typical garden features. Just because I enjoy them. I just like the look of them. So we'll go across like this. I know you're thinking, that's very basic looking. But the lattice really comes to life when you start throwing the leaves on it. Okay, so what you do is you step up one, and then you just put a couple leaves on top, and have them come down. Okay? You bring one over here, and you have that one come down there. And maybe you have another one that comes down. Then say it joins. We can't have it join up at the back, right? But we can have it spill over as long as they can't jump up, right? So they can't get around this way. Especially if we bring this one over and have it spill down one. Then we have this one spill on an angle down to the ground. Then have it come around. Okay? Now, right now it looks a little weird because it's not connecting properly. And then you have like one that comes down the front. This one here needs to come down a little bit further. And you tweak it over and over and over again. And it just gives this overgrown. Now, it looks really funny because they're all black and stuff. And they're not solid. But it is entirely because of the fact it's on fast graphics. If it was on normal graphics, you would be able to see through the oh no, I got these ones I can use. You'd be able to see through the leaves. So we'll take this, so we'll go like this, and this is what really makes it to me, is you put a little bench. Usually I put it one more back, please. Thank you. And you just put, you don't put anything on it. And normally I build this one wider so that I can put two in it, but just one is fine, because we can then take and put another little seat here, and it kind of gives this like little meeting area feel to it. That almost feels like it should go back one more. Then I can't put one on this side though, but that's fine. We'll just put one there, just so it's like a little meeting, like a sitting area. In addition to this, we also need to put in some plants. You know, gotta get the plants going, and a lot of them have ponds or something like that of some sort. I think we're gonna put a pond over here. So what we'll do is we'll dig down a little bit. So let's put. So this is the initial shape of the pond. Okay, here's what you're digging in the first layer. For those who don't know much about terraforming and making ponds, is you don't want to make them too big, especially if there's, like, in our case, we have villagers floating around. So this is probably plenty size. And then what you want to do is you want to add a second layer. Adding that second layer is key. It just makes the pond look so much more realistic to being an actual pond. Later you can come in here with like coarse dirt and maybe even gravel. I usually just use coarse dirt and go over it. And then you just take and you put water in the bottom first. Always in the bottom first. Can I hop down? Ah, I can. And then you just build it up. And eventually, you'll get a trigger like that, and then you can go like this, and you put one more in the other side, and boom. There's your pond. Now, the reason why I did a pond is because I want to put some sugarcane in. Sugarcane is a great way of adding some difference, some interest, points of interest to your actual area. If you have string, you can even put it up above it so it only grows so high, and you'll more than likely won't notice the string. We can even put some lily pads in on the other side of it, because there's a lot less traffic theoretically over this area. You can really make it nice and thick over here, and you can even push up the grass a bit, and possibly even throw a little bit more grass down just so that it's not right there. You go. So it looks like it's more of the forgotten end of it, but it's a pond, right? And then over here we have the trellis, which means you're probably going to want to have some sort of flower bed or something here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a fence type thing there just to help stop villagers from running in behind it. And then we can put some sort of gardeny type thing. Now we need cobblestone slabs. Do I have any cobblestone slabs in here? I do not. Maybe I have some inside. Because we need to mimic the farm system that we have here for the plants. Because otherwise, why would they plant their farms in that and then planter boxes in something else? So what we're going to do is we're going to put... they can already get up on top of this, so it doesn't really matter if we go like this. Although that... No, they can't. It's questionable. Let's pop that out, actually. We'll bring it forward one. We'll go like this. And then we can put one here and like this. We'll go one further. They can already hop up onto this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Go further like that. And that's actually really big, now that I think about it. Maybe we'll just do a loose garden. That's probably a better idea for such a small space. Instead of having like a clearly defined garden, you just have a grouping of flowers. Right? So instead of having that, you just take a couple flowers that complement each other. I wish I had yellow-ish flowers. Not the stupid little dandelions or whatever, but just because the white ones that we have here, these oxeye daisies have yellow in them. Now I believe these ones are the tallest. Yeah. So what you do is you put a couple loose ones floating around, and then you put some azure blutes. Azure blute? Is that what they're called? Azure blute? And you just have them loosely set around, and then you put like one or two pops of color. Right? And it creates this, oh, this is a garden area. Yay! And then, of course, you put the coarse dirt and stuff down, which we don't seem to have on us. I thought I put it in the chest with us. That's dirt, that's dirt, dirt, dirt. What's the coarse dirt at? Dirt? Did we use it all? We might have. Do I have any... gravel? No. Crap. Okay. So yeah, the last thing you do is you put in some coarse dirt in and around that area, maybe around this area, maybe even replace most of these with coarse dirt, and then maybe a little bit up to here, and there you go. And then you just gotta throw down a few other errant blades of grass, just to make it look like it's a little unmanicured. This also works really well as a visual blocker behind as well, just to cause oh, it's grass and stuff, just to make you notice it a bit more. anyways, that's the episode. So yeah, I will see you when I see you.